I didn't like him the last game. Changed it.
Well, I was just wondering what was the thinking? You've done it before, and I had luck with a veteran and two rookies. We've seen it before.
That's not why I did it. It wasn't with a veteran with two rookies. I didn't like Wenny's line with Tex there. Um, I tried Nick there, and I liked what I saw there. Andy's out, so I wanted to give Tex Bemstrom a little bit more of an opportunity in an offensive situation. But as you saw against Carolina, I didn't like the line. We changed it.
You went for a while with Jenner, or sorry, with Werenski and Jones apart. Does that just feel like an old comfortable sweater where you go back to it because it just feels right?
Well, yeah, and not just those two. We wanted to see Murr and Nudie again. I felt, I sat Nudie out. We need to try to get his game going. Tried to put him. We thought there was a really good pair last year when they played together. Combination of that. Wanted to see Gabby with Savvy, and I've always felt very comfortable with Jones and Z. I think they help one another. I think that pair together, I think, gives us the better push for our team. I'm not sure if we stay with it. It depends on a number of different things, but I've always liked how they set the tempo for our club as we play them together.
John, how valuable was it for your team, especially earlier in the year, to lock down that game in Carolina the other night the way they did, 6-on-5 at the end, to lock things down, win a tight one?
I think it early in the year, not to be on your heels when you score an early third period goal. We hadn't won a bunch of games. We're still trying to find our way. Score an early third period goal, but stay on your toes, I thought was a really good lesson for us. Held them to 2 chances against. I thought we were really good. We do our 6-on-5 maybe a little bit differently than other teams. I like what we did there. Corpy made some good saves. I liked everything about it. As I've said, other than half of the Pittsburgh game, I liked the way we have played. Hopefully, if we stay with it, and I think if once our offensive guys start going, I shouldn't say start going. I think the developing scoring chances start finishing. I think we'll be okay. So I like a lot of things. What's going on with the team?
Torch, do you like the way that Pierre-Luc Dubois and Gustav Nyquist are starting to, get a little bit of chemistry? It looks like they're starting to work together a little bit more. Or maybe it's just Gus getting comfortable with both of those guys and starting to get a little bit of production.
Yeah, I think Gus is a really good player. I mean, I didn't know much about him. I looked at his stats. When Yarmo started talking about him, you can see he's a pretty consistent offensive guy. I like the way he plays in tight areas. We're going to try him killing penalties. I watch him 6-on-5, and some of the things he did on 6-on-5. I asked him, why the hell aren't you killing penalties in this league? And he said, dumb coaches. That's what he told me. So this dumb coach is going to try him at penalty killing. And I hope I'm not a dumb coach if we do put him there. He's just a really good player, and I think he's beginning to get his legs. I thought Luke brought his game up to just a whole different level against Carolina. And I like that line. I think they're developing. Again, we still need to finish right on through our lineup, but I like what's going on there.
We talked a little bit or a lot last year about Werenski going through a defensive learning curve a little bit. Was that same thing going on with Nudavara a little bit, and was he kind of working on that defensive side last year? Do you see that maybe he's got more offensive upside now?
Yeah, I think Nudi's a good offensive player. I don't think he was moving his legs when I took him out. And whenever you talk about Nudie, you talk about his legs, and you talk about him going north, not east-west. I didn't think he was moving his legs. He got beat off the wall a couple of times. I just didn't like his game. He's an important guy for us. I think he's played really well when he's come back in, and I think it's gone this way each time he's played better. He's a really important part to our back end as far as just the multiple facets that he can bring to the game.
This is probably true of every player, but are there subtleties in Gustav Nyquist's game that you maybe didn't know are there? Things that you're seeing more that you appreciate? Little
Yeah,
things that
I
don't-
really didn't know him. I knew he has, you can see his track record. He's a 50-point guy, and so you know he has some skill. I didn't know. I like his determination. I don't think he's shy at all as far as winning puck battles, handling the pucks on the wall, protecting pucks. The one thing I think is one of his biggest strengths is just he has enough balls to hold on to a puck and make plays in little areas, and instead of just getting rid of it. Yeah, I think he brings a great attitude. I watch him, and when I get first introduced and see these guys that come that are new, I like watching him in the locker room, watching him during meetings. I think he brings some energy to the room. You can see that he's a really good pro. I like a lot of things about him, and I hope I like him as a penalty killer.
Speaking of the penalty kill, you've talked about when that kill is really working, it's everybody on the same page. You're starting to see that chemistry start to come together. Small sample size over the last 2 games, but it's been better there.
It's so hard. We're 5 games into this. It's so hard to make a determination on that, how it's going. But that's the key for a penalty killing, is everybody moving together, or everybody making a read that we need you to save our ice and just wait for the opportunity to move together. I trust them. I trust the coach they have, who I think is a very good coach, in Shazi. He's working with them. Still haven't found, Andy being out is a very important penalty kill for us. Still haven't found the 6 that I think are going to be ours. We're still working through that. Thanks, guys.